All right. What is going on, family? We are live right now. Hopefully, my internet connection ain't acting jank as it does sometimes, but we should be popping. And I'm going to get my internet connection cracking correctly. I'm gonna have them come on out and make sure that that's tight and make sure that it's fixed because it's been acting a little janky lately. But how's everybody doing, family? We're here doing a special emergency show. What's going on, fam? Let me look in here. Excuse me. Just want to give some intel to the family. Let me see who's all in here. Let me look at my room. Yeah, we in here heavy. People coming on in. What's up, fam? Y'all gather on in. I'm good. I thank everybody for checking in on the family. Thank everybody for making sure that we're good. I thank everybody for that. Much love and much appreciation for that. All right, so I want to go over some things because a lot of folks want to know what happened, what's the aftermath. Well, we're good. Me and the family, we're good. For those who don't know, for those who don't know, some people might not have been watching my streams or watching what's been happening. I hate this freezing thing going on. Can y'all see me? I see this thing is freezing a little bit. Yeah, man. So what happened, for those who don't know? What's up, Michael Gardner? Shout out to the mods in the room. Let me see if I got all my mods and if I need to mod up anybody else. Boy, the slow mode is on. Okay. There's a lot of folks chatting in the room. Okay. All right. So we got a lot of the white supremacist trolls who tried to put a hit out on a player. They're in the room right now. Where my 300? I need to mod some more of them up. Am I freezing a little bit? Where's my 300? What's up, Pierre? What's up, Dow? I want to see if I can mod some more folks up. Is it lagging a little bit? Oh, let me see something. Okay. I'm going to get all that fixed this week. Shout out to my people. What's up, London Taylor? All right. Where's my 300? Right, some of my 300, y'all need to email me, some of my regulars, and let me know what your name is on here so that I can already have you in there. What's up, D Brown? Much respect for the Illinois donation. Shout out to the family. But well, let me, for those who don't know, yesterday at my house, some white supremacists, an online white supremacist group, tried to orchestrate an assassination attempt on me. They tried to do it by proxy with the police, which is what they've been doing with a lot of black people around the country. They've been orchestrating these targeted hits. And the hit failed. And what happened, these white supremacists called a bomb threat to my house. They called to my house, well, they called police and said there were bombs all over the house and bombs in the neighborhood. They were saying that there were bombs all in this community where I live in. So the police came, but they called me. They called me and they said, hey, this Tariq. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't know who it was. They were like, this is the police. We think you might be a victim of swatting or a prank call, but we just want to make sure. So the police knew that this was a potential fake bogus call because the person who called them from like this untraceable number. And I'm going to get on that in a minute. I'm going to get more on that in a minute. But the person who called them, they called from an untraceable number. It wasn't from my house. And by the way, the group that did this orchestrated hit, they took credit for it. When you see the CX in the chat room, that's their little white supremacist gang sign. So whenever you see CX, that's them. All the people, the white supremacist trolls that's typing CX in the chat room, that's them. That is them. Got it? That is it. Well, the white supremacists said they're going to do it again. That was kind of a one-trick pony with the police because now they're on to you. Now they're on to you now. But these white supremacist trolls, they called the police. They made all types of threats to the house, saying all types of bombs and pipe bombs were all in the house. And the police called me, and they were like, just come on outside and, let the police know what's up. So I go downstairs, and boy, they outside deep. They're outside heavy with guns pointed at the house. They got guns pointed all at the crib. So I go out there, and I got my 1-year-old son in the house. That's the only thing that really, really got me real pissed. On code. Y'all like the shirt on code. Somebody sent me this. But I have my 1-year-old son in the house, Mateo. And I go outside, and I'm not afraid of no damn cops. I go outside, show them my ID, and then they handcuff me. And I had a problem with that. I'm like, okay, this is my house. That's my ID. Y'all see I live here. This is my spot. You dig? So they handcuffed me. I'm like, what you handcuffing me for? So now I got a problem with that. Now the race soldiers are all in on the shit. And that's the thing I want to warn black folks about. Because they knew that this was a bogus call, but it was almost like they were in on it, and the white supremacists understood that. And they handcuffed me, put me into an unmarked vehicle, then they called Lexi and brought my son outside, and they were in another car down the street. So they all rushed the house, searching the house. And, I got cameras all over the place. So, I'm looking and seeing what's going on. But the thing is, and I want to say this to black folks, understand this. This is a way that they could use to go into your house without a warrant. See, don't think it's just me. See, y'all understand, we're one big nigga, as I've always said. You understand? So they could use that shit. Hey, somebody called in a bomb. Somebody called in a terrorist threat, and we're going to investigate. And they can just go in your house. And not just black people, white people too. The white people too, by the way. White people too. They can use this shit on you while you co-signing the fuckery. They're setting a precedent here. They can go in your house too, doing the same thing. They can show up to your house without a warrant and say, hey, some random person is swatting you, so we're going to detain you and just go in your house anyway, without a warrant. You understand? You better look at the big fucking picture. Excuse me. And the thing is, the media keeps trying to frame this narrative as swatting. This wasn't swatting. White people get swatted. Black people get targeted hits. This was an assassination attempt. These white supremacists were hoping that these race soldiers were going to shoot me at my house, which they probably would have. Am I lagging? Can y'all see me? Okay, my internet connection is so damn janky. I want y'all to be able to see me. Can y'all see me? We good? You dig? But understand, they keep trying to frame the narrative as swatting. And this ain't no damn swatting. This is a targeted hit. This was an assassination attempt. They were trying to get me killed. They did it for the sole purpose of trying to get me killed. This was a terrorist attack. And notice the media keeps trying to say swatting. Swatting, that's minimizing it. Swatting, that's a way to minimize the perpetrator. Because swatting is like a little misdemeanor. It's not even a serious thing. They say, well, swatting is a practical joke. Even the police report they filled out, swatting is not a legal term, by the way. There's not a legal term for swatting. That's some shit for the media. The legal term is making a false report. That ain't shit. And if you look at my police report, I should have brought the police report in. That's what they had. They had military grade officers and weapons out here all around my house with terroristic threats being made, but the report says filing a false police report or making a false police call. That's the way to minimize it. Because understand, and this is what they do. This is the white supremacists getting on code with each other. Remember Stevante Clark up there in I think Sacramento where he is? He went to jail for making a false police call or something, calling 911, making a false call. And I think his bail is $1 million fucking dollars. So they didn't give him no slap on the wrist. I think they framed that into a terroristic threat type of narrative. You understand? They framed that into a terroristic threat type of narrative. So what they were really trying to downplay it. Yeah, if you black, it's a felony. So they were really trying to downplay it. But the thing is, I want black people to see the bigger picture. That can happen to you. All they have to do is say some internet geek made a prank call and swatted you, and we had to come out and investigate. We had to come on out and search your house without a warrant. You understand? And they can potentially kill you. They can use that to kill you. Ain't no such thing as swatting when it comes to black people. Tamir Rice was swatted, if we want to use that word, which he wasn't swatted. That was a targeted hit. The brother out there in Ohio who was at Walmart looking at guns, he got swatted. A white supremacist called the police on that brother, and they came in with guns blazing. It's not swatting when it comes to us. These are targeted hits. And they tried to do that with me. And I've been getting death threats for a long time. But these white supremacists thought that they would orchestrate it and carry it out at my house. They thought they were clever. Because they've been trying to orchestrate these hits at like Starbucks. This is why they call the police on black people at the park. They're trying to orchestrate hits on black people in public places. They're trying to do it in public places. You barbecue, they call the police on you. That CX means like cunt extremist, but it's like CX is like a little white supremacist code word for that Ice Poseidon dudes. That's his group. That's like a little code word that they have to identify each other. That's like almost like a little white supremacist gang sign that they have among each other. So don't even trip on that. Again, like I said, Ice Poseidon's people, they're the ones who took credit for it. But that's why they keep naming it. They keep using his name in the chat room, by the way. But understand this. This was a targeted hit. They were trying to assassinate me. They were trying to get me killed. And it could have worked. Luckily for me, I'm not afraid. If y'all saw me on the news, I walked out my house like a fucking boss. No fear at all. I was just concerned about my wife and kid. They were home. You understand? But the thing that saved me, you know what saved me from not being assassinated? The thing that saved me was the news media. They were hovering over my house. The news came out. And in most cases, when these targeted attacks are happening to folks, they don't have the media come out immediately. But because of who I am, they came out immediately. They were flying helicopters around my house. So they were filming the whole thing. The different news channels were filming this. So there was no way for them to come out and say I had a weapon or I made a certain move because there were helicopters and cameras all over the place. Y'all saw I had the player walk when I came out. I came out like a motherfucking Mac. I came out like a boss. You dig? But shout out to everybody, everybody, all the Melanoid family, put something on the Melanoid Ministries for the spirit of Ogun. Let's put something on the Melanoid Ministries for the spirit of Ogun. Thank everybody for putting the donations down there. But that was the thing that actually saved me. It was the media, the news. They were filming, and they were all over the place, and they were filming from the sky, so you could film everything from different angles, so there was no way for them to pull a whammy-bammy and lie because, say the camera was, their body cam was off. They couldn't do that. So the spotlight was on them. So they couldn't just go ahead and do an assassination. They couldn't just do a hit. So they had to go through procedure. They had to go through the motions. You dig? Yeah, I lifted up my shirt like a G. I came out like a player. I wasn't going to get on no fucking ground. I'm like, if they're going to shoot me, they're going to shoot me standing up, look at me in my eyes like a man. I'm not about to grovel and get on the ground and roll over and all that. Lord Jesus, please, Lord Jesus, don't kill me, Lord. I wasn't about to do all that. If you're going to pop me now, motherfucker. All right? Here, I'm at my house. Here's my shit. I ain't about to start groveling and all that here. I kept my mouth shut. I ain't about to sit up and do a bunch of talking. Hey, Lord, why y'all doing it? It's fucked up. I didn't do none of that. I kept it real cool. I'm like, all right, man, this is some bullshit, but all right, I'm going to go in the back of the car and just chill. You dig? Like a boss. But that's the thing that saved me from getting shot, in my opinion. The news was out there filming it. You dig? And like I said, black people, you're going to have to understand if that can happen to me, you dig? What would happen to you if somebody made a quote unquote crank call, which they do all the time. Anytime you show up somewhere, somebody's calling the cops on you. You dig? So what's going to stop white supremacists, one of your racist neighbors, because that has happened before. People tried to put hits out on their neighbors. So you got a racist neighbor or somebody trying to target you saying, hey, look, there's a black person down the street. Shout out to POV Hilarious D, man. Much respect. Shout out to everybody giving to the Melanoid Ministries. Much respect to you guys. You did? And they can come into your house without a warrant. All they have to do is say somebody made a crank call. We don't know who it is. They did it from a bogus number. And that's what he did with me, because when we were talking about it, when the detectives came, after they took the cuffs off me and went all through my crib and all that stuff, and I got to really get my crib swept for bugs because I don't trust them. But I was talking to the detective, and the detective seemed real laxed about, he was white-splaining. Well, stuff like this, it's kind of hard to this and that, but the police said something interesting. They asked me, did I know about a particular group that Ice Poseidon is associated with? They asked me that. Also, they wanted me to hear the voice of the person who made the call. And they told me, well, the person called from some kind of VPN number. It was a number that couldn't be traced. It's one of these untraceable numbers. These nerds got all types of little tricks and stuff. But one thing is, the police said that the caller had somewhat of a British accent. The police said the caller had a British accent. All right? Now, Ice Poseidon's people, the white supremacist suspect, I don't know if he's a white supremacist for sure, but I suspect that he is, based on some of the things that he's been doing and the groups that he's associated with and the white supremacist alt-right people he's associated with. I know one of his buddies has an English accent. A couple of his buddies, they have English accents. That's interesting. Some of his people have English accents or British accents. I'm telling you, the police told me this. And all this shit is recorded. All of this shit is recorded. You dig? The police were recording the whole conversation that I had with them because they had to record the conversation. So, and also, Ice Poseidon's people, they took credit for it. They got on there and they were immediately talking about, yeah, we did it. Yeah, that's what you get for messing with our dude. So they were taking credit for it. Now on his on his Reddit page, he He got on there denying it, saying, oh, we had nothing to do with it or whatever. Okay, all right. But the face I keep looking at is that ICE dude because of the people who keep throwing his name out there. His name keeps popping up, that ICE Poseidon dude. Paul Danino, his name keeps coming up. I'm not saying that he did it himself, but damn, his name keeps coming up. You dig? And another thing, you know, they got these little gaming things, and I did a show the other day talking about how all these little white supremacist groups, they hide behind the gaming community. Like Baked Alaska and all these people, they go to these little gaming events and be throwing up the little white supremacist symbols. And what's interesting, the white supremacists right now, they're on, if you look at some of their message boards like 4chan and all of these little boards, they are posting messages and warning each other that I'm coming to the E3 convention in LA next week, the E3 2018. So now they're warning people, they're warning each other that I'm supposed to be coming up. I never said I was coming to the E3 thing. I didn't say I was coming. Somebody mentioned it. They said this is where a lot of these guys go. And I just talked about it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't say I was going to go. I said, well, then how much is it? I'm just inquiring about it because I don't know too much about that stuff, but I like gaming. I didn't say I was going to go or didn't go. I didn't say that. I never said I was going or not going. I just thought it was interesting that they're having one of those conventions and a lot of those people like Ice Poseidon and all of those Baked Alaska type people, they go to those events. I never said I was going. I never said I was going to the E3 convention out here, but boy, these white supremacists started warning each other all over. I mean, on 4chan, they got like a 200 reply thread. Tariq is coming up here with some niggers and okay. Well, come on, Aryan gods. I thought y'all were Aryan gods. All on Reddit. Tariq is coming. I heard Tariq is going to come up here to retaliate. Come on, Aryan gods. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? I never said that. Aryan gods. I never said that. I never said I'm coming up there to do anything. I didn't say nothing. Now, other people said they might go through. I can't control them. I never said I'm coming up there. So why y'all trembling in your little mayonnaise-covered boots? I never said I was coming nowhere. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about going anywhere. I just asked about it. And boy, y'all got on alert. Why y'all acting bitch made just over the thought that I'm showing up to one of your little events? I never said I'm coming up there. You dig? Come on, y'all Aryan gods. Come on. You're from the you're from Narnia. You're Aryan gods from Narnia. What are you so afraid of? You dig? Yeah, I don't want no nerd smoke. But it's interesting. The E3 thing in LA next week, the E3 2018. Other people said they were going. I didn't say I was going. Other people said they were going. I never said I was going. But hell, since so many people are talking about it, hell, I'm a little interested. I mean, damn, do you have to dress up? I can go dress as T'Challa. I mean, is it like cosplay? Do you dress up? No, I like games. I might go, you know what I'm saying? I might just, based on the hype about it. But what's interesting, these people are high-key warning each other. Even I heard the E3 place emailed some security warnings today. Is it that serious? I never said I was going up there. I was going to go, now I might go dressed as Killmonger just to get in the vibe of everything, to calm people down and show them that I'm not a threat. I'm in there with you. Do you wear costumes? I mean, how do you do it? I never said I was going up there to the E3 thing. I never said I was going up there. I never said it. You dig? What's a lot of folks in here? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to you guys. But what's really interesting and I tweeted this, and let me read these tweets, because these white supremacist trolls, now they spreading rumors because they're scared that I'm supposed to come up there with a bunch of folks, which I'm not coming up there. I'm not coming up there. I got better things to do. Other folks said they're coming. I'm not. I didn't say I'm coming up there. But I do like games. I would like to know what kind of gadgets they have. I mean, shit, I don't know, but you never know. But I didn't plan on coming up there. But what's interesting, because these rumors are now circulating, you know who's going to be the first ones caping for Zaddy. The bedwenches that came out. The goddamn bedwenches are coming out in droves. The damn bedwenches. There was some bedwenches on Twitter. One of them, these cosplay Negro bedwenches, caping for Zaddy. One of them is talking about E3 is pretty diverse. If any of those types were to ruin a simple networking and gaming event, they'll surely be checked. E3 is too colorful in attendance. So there's a lot of little Negroes out here who are afraid. They're jumping in front of everything for Zaddy. They're out here caping for Zaddy because that's the place where nigger nerds and bedwenches can go up here and kiss white ass. So now they're caping, oh Lord, these Negroes can't mess that up for us. Oh, they can't mess it up for us, Lord Jesus. So now they're worried about people messing it up for them. And then this other bedwench is, and I'm reading, y'all can go to my Twitter and see this, another bedwench under the first one, she was like, ignore him. He thinks all black women who are gamers and do cosplay want to sleep and be with white men. And she's one of them. She's one of them. And this other chick replied, yeah, I'm already aware. He's a massive hotep. And he's adept in the art of misogynoir. I'm just afraid he's coming to E3 to start shit. Then another bedwench came in. Well, if he starts shit, he'll surely be kicked out. E3 security has been pretty legit for years. I mean, so these are Negro bedwenches talking. Then another one, I hope he doesn't. I hope he gets arrested for instigating anything that happens if shit goes down. So these Negro bedwenches out here caping for Zaddy. These bedwenches out here caping for Zaddy right now. You dig? Boy, look at these white supremacist trolls all in the room mad. But don't know, I'm not coming to your nerd event. I'm not coming. I can't control if other people come. I'm not coming. I cannot control if other people come to your white supremacist event disguised as gaming. Now, I'm not saying that it's a white supremacist event, but white supremacists do go there. All right? But I want my people to be careful out there because, again, it could happen to me. It could happen to everybody. This was not swatting. Swatting seems innocent. And when I was talking to the news reporter, and what's interesting, that's why they showed up so fast. They saw some shit going on. They got the word that they were coming to my house, so they immediately rushed to my house. Well, they hopped in them helicopters so fast and shot to my damn house. The helicopters got here before the police. The media got to my house before the cops did. You dig? But when I was doing the interview, I did a couple. I did one last night. They came to the studio last night. NBC came to the studio last night. And everybody, as y'all see, I'm being attacked by white supremacists. So we need more donations, family. That's how we're going to fight them. You see all the white supremacists trolling? That means we need more donations. The more they troll, more people need to give donations to the room. You dig? That's how we punish them. Everybody, if we see the trolling in the room by the white supremacists, we need more paper. That's what we need to combat them. That's what we need. The more they troll, we need more donations. Melanoid family, can we do it for Ogun? Can we do it for Ogun? I need the Melanoid family to give so I can combat these white supremacists in the room trolling. Thank you so much, family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so gracious, family. I'm so gracious. I'm being attacked here. I need to start a GoFundMe. Thank you, Lala. Look at how these white supremacists are attacking me. I need a GoFundMe so I can combat them. But like I was saying, thank you, Omar Gray. Thank you so much. See, we need money to fight Satan. This is Satan in the room, family. We see Satan in the room. We need money. We need tithes to fight Satan in this room. That's how we're going to fight him. Thank you, Joseph Washington. Everybody's donating. We need to fight Satan. There you go. Put some money on it. We're going to rebuke Satan. It's only $10. That's fine. Anything is good. We need to rebuke Satan. And when I'm done, go to the melanoidnation.org website right below, and let's keep on fighting Satan. Okay? We're going to keep fighting Satan. I rebuke you. You dig? Yes, we're going to keep fighting Satan. The more Satan comes in here, look, they're like, let's all mass report him. We're going to keep rebuking you, Satan. Thank you so much, family. We're going to fight. I got people from the UK donating pounds. I feel that. But when I was talking to the media, they kept trying to frame the narrative into the swatting thing. And I'm like, no, this was a racial targeting. I was targeted by white supremacists. I kept mentioning that in the media. And the reporter, they were trying to get me to say that the police, the way they handled it, wasn't racial. And I talked about this on Instagram Live last night, how they were trying to steer black folks into getting on the coon train. You understand? They'll try to steer black folks into getting on the train. Shout out to my man. Thank you so much, man. I love it. Oh, now the white supremacists, the fact that y'all donate money every time they troll, now they're really mad. They're like, oh my God, our trolling is backfiring. They're mad now the trolling is backfiring. Now the trolling is being monetized, all right? So we're fighting evil, family. We're fighting evil. But like I said, they kept trying to flip the narrative into swatting, and they tried to get me to say that it wasn't racial. The reporter was like, well, Tariq, the way the police handled it, and the way they handled the situation, I mean, you don't think race had anything to do with it, do you? You think they would have handled this the same way with anybody, regardless of color, right? That's just how she worded it. She was like, yeah, they would have done this with anybody, regardless of color, right? I'm like, no, they did this because I'm black. They had me in cuffs because I'm black. If I was white, they would not have had me in no damn cuffs and bringing my baby outside the house. It's 100% racial. But you know they didn't air that, though. They conveniently cut that out of the air, off the show. What they did add was me. They got part of a sentence that I said. I said, because they asked me about some particular police. I was like, yeah, they were cool. They were professional. But what if they weren't? And then they cut me off. And I finished the sentence, but I don't like the way they had me handcuffed. That was some racial shit. But they didn't put the rest of it in there. So they got little bits and pieces out of context. So you got to, I was very careful about what I was saying, but I got to be even more careful because they will get little bits and pieces and try to frame their own narrative. You understand? They were sure to show the part where I said the police were cool, but not show where I said they weren't cool. I wasn't cool with them handcuffing me, and I got a real problem with that. You dig? But thank you so much, family, for the Melanoid Nation donations. I much respect. Oh, look at these white supremacists are so mad. They're putting up watermelons. They're so upset. And I like to thank you, white supremacists, for helping us fight you. You dig? Thank you for helping us fight you. But with these white supremacists, I'm not afraid of them. And they're nobody to be afraid of. I'm not afraid of these white supremacists. I'm not afraid of these white supremacist trolls. I'm not afraid of the police coming to my spot. Not afraid of none of that stuff. You can't be afraid of these white supremacists. You stand tall. You stand with your head up. And that's what I did when these Race soldiers came to my house. I came out like a boss. You dig? I came out like a G. Hold on, guys. And I'm not going to be on here too long, guys. I'm not going to be on here too long. I just wanted to just let everybody know that I'm fine. The family is fine. Everybody's cool. Everybody's great. We are good. And I gotta thank the Melanoid family because we're doing God's work. And like I said the other day, we're doing God's work out here. This is God's work, challenging these white supremacists. And while doing the word of God, we're going to rebuke the white supremacist demons. We're going to exercise the mayonnaise-covered madness and the Rice Krispie treat smell of degeneracy from you white supremacists. As the collection plate goes around, everybody hit that Melanoid Nation collection plate and give your donation, family, because I'm doing the work of God! Woo! Ekoba, shatalalaboko sha. All of you white supremacist trolls are in the room, but the Melanoid family in the room says the devil is a liar and you cannot fight the word of God. Woo! Ekoba, shatalalaboko sha. Let's keep the donations going, family. We're going to show Satan that you will not win in the fight for melanoid empowerment. You will not win with the mayonnaise military and the alt-lice. You cannot go up against the word of God. Let that collection plate go around. Let that collection plate circulate as we show you the devil is a liar. I see the donations are piling up. The white supremacists are getting mad, but the devil, that's what he does. The devil tries to deceive you, but the devil can deceive no more. The devil tried to take my life, but God said, no! The devil said no, and God said yes. You cannot touch me or my people. God says, Satan, let my people go. Let that collection plate circulate for these white supremacists. When Jesus says yes, no white supremacist can say no. As I rebuke you, smelling like boysenberry pie, you cannot take on God's people who are melanated and fruitful. Smelling like wet dog and cabbage, you are a descendant of Satan and not God! Woo, la 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 boko sha. Let that collection plate go around one more time. Y'all tried to come in the room with your Satanist tuna casserole energy, but the Melanoid family said no, and God says yes. Whatever God builds, Satan cannot unbuild. Whatever God creates, Satan cannot replicate. Whatever God creates and builds and manifests, the alt-lice cannot take away. You control, but you cannot win when we are seated in the word of God. Ooh, la 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 boko sha, he la 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 boko sha, ekoba shata la 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 bo. Woo! Now, all of you white supremacists, you have a complex about the male genitalia. You are so concerned about the black man and who the black man is laying up with because you feel insecure about your sexuality. But that's not our problem. That's a problem you need to take up with God. Woo! And I want all my melanated people, when you are being attacked by these white supremacists and the alt-lice, I want you to wake up, wake up, wake up, and pass that collection plate around one more time and throw some donations on it, family. Woo! La 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 boko sha. You dig? Because the mayonnaise military, they're not going to stop now. Let me get a soul clap. I got a feeling everything's going to be all right. Oh, I got a feeling everything's going to be all right. Come on, pass that collection plate around. We need a soul clap. I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Oh, I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Oh, Lord, can I get a break? Let me get that collection plate to go around one more time, family. Let me get it to go around one more time. Woo! Let me get a praise dance. Let me get a white supremacist praise dance. Pass that collection plate around so we can do a white supremacist, rebuke the white supremacist praise dance. Oh, what the Spirit. Do you feel those miracles? Whoo! Boy, do you feel those? Let me get a praise dance one more time. Hold on, let me get another praise dance here. Lord, I rebuke you, Satan. Oh, man. Man, I rebuke you, Satan. All right, let me get off here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.